Hey everybody, it's day 18 of 31 and 31, and for today we're going to take a look at a Charles Band movie in Dolls. Now, if you don't know who Charles Band is, Full Moon Pictures is kind of his studio, and if you're a horror fan, you should really know who he is and what he's done before, and how cheesy his fucking movies can be. They can be really bad. I've done Blood Dolls on the podcast before, so if you haven't checked that out, please go check that out. But this is Dolls, and it's a weird movie. Like, there are parts of it's really slow. That's the only thing I can say about it that I don't like. Basically, there's a couple with a kid. The couple are, I would say they're newly married or recently married. But he has to take care of his daughter because it's a court mandate, with a divorce that he just had or recently or whenever he had it. And so they're out in the English countryside, and he's got his new ex-wife, and like, or new, not ex-wife, current wife, and she is, just a bitch to the kid, and the kid just wants to, spend time with dad and be around dad. And so they pass up some punk rock girls who happen to be, trying to, I don't know, scour the punk country with their punk. But they're just basically, it seems like they're trying to roll somebody, honestly, when they do it. Because they end up getting with this guy, Ralph, and they all end up at this house because the weather is so bad and they can't really continue on. And so all of them are going to spend the night in this house that's owned by these two old, creepy people. It wouldn't be a Charles Band movie if there wasn't some old, creepy guy, and this happens to have an old, creepy guy and old, creepy girl who also happen to be witches. Now, you don't know that right away. I know I'm kind of giving away a lot of little things in this, but it's just the way we roll here at the Terrible Terror Podcast. Plus, it's from the 80s. Maybe you've already seen it. But it's just one of those things where, like, they believe that dolls are like embodiments of children, and like dolls are going to, and toys are going to surpass and last forever. So what they have is basically a bunch of dolls around the house, and they judge the people that end up staying the night there. So I guess they cause the weather to go bad. And at one point, the little girl is reading Hansel and Gretel, and that's kind of a little bit of like an Easter egg, I guess, for you, to kind of symbolize the way the movie is. Like, they lead people to this house, and then they judge them, and they don't do anything to the kids, but they're judging the adults to see if they still have a good, kind-hearted nature like a kid would have. And so everybody, of course, is going to fail because the punk rock girls are like, ooh, there could be money here, with all the antiques around. And so they're going to try to rob her. And then she gets turned into a doll. And then the friend is like kind of freaked out. I don't think she should have died, but she attacks the dolls, which upsets the dolls. And I guess that's the reason that why she gets shot up. And it's in the trailer. What I didn't like very much about the trailer when I first saw it was basically that they give a lot of the movie away, especially when it comes to the kill department, but not everything. And of course, the mom and dad get it. But what you don't know is that they ultimately turn them into the dolls that are in the house. And the little girl is saying, oh, there's elves that are around here. And she's mostly talking about the dolls because the dolls are actually like alive. They were people. And when, they smash the faces or break the dolls, then you see the inside skeletons and the bodies all boiling and everything like that. And that stuff's kind of cool. Like, the kills are okay. The gore is not really there. Like, I think that they wanted to do it more. But this, of course, is back, with Charles Band Studio, back when they're filming in Europe primarily, a lot in Italy. I think this one was filmed in Rome. And they just don't have, like, they're filming there because a small budget can go quite a way, in that area. And so it's just it's honestly kind of a mess because it seems like nothing really happens in the movie. And then all of a sudden people just start getting killed, and there's a little more that they try to do, but it's not necessarily what, I don't know. Like, I just feel like there could have been more. But again, I know that this is a Charles Band production. It's not directed by him, but it's part of his like whole crew of movies that he's done. And thinking about it, I'm like, okay, this totally fits the mold for a Full Moon picture. I mean, it's messy, it's cheap, it has some decent kills. The story just seems to go nowhere for a while until all of a sudden they make the revelation at the end of the film. But your mileage is really going to vary when you watch a movie like this. So I'm gonna give Dolls I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. Uh, Creepy skeleton face dolls. It's just, yeah, like I said, it's just too slow for me. That was the problem. Like I started watching it and I actually fell asleep, and then after I got a good little nap out of watching it, I woke up and I watched the rest of it, and I still was like, huh, maybe I should have just left it playing and I could have enjoyed it more. But that'll do it for today's 31 Nights of Horror movie review. Don't forget to come back tomorrow. We'll figure out what the next movie is going to be. And hope you guys have a good time. All right. See you soon.